Iran is hitting new targets across the Persian Gulf as the war stretches into its third week. The latest strike hitting a key oil hub in the United Arab Emirates, causing a temporary disruption in operations. Joining us live is Puneet Talwar. He is the former U.S. ambassador to Morocco and now a senior advisor at DJ Albright Stonebridge Group. Ambassador, thank you for joining us. Just want to start. We're entering the third week. What has changed, and what are you expecting to see potentially that can actually serve as an off-ramp, given the damage that we've been seeing and the number of deaths that we've been seeing in the Middle East?
Well, thank you for having me. I think basically the president's options have boiled down to two, and neither of them are particularly good. The first is that he could basically declare victory, claim the campaign as a success, halt the strikes, and then threaten to resume if Iran attempts to rebuild. That's not necessarily a very conclusive outcome, and of course Iran gets a vote in that as well. And from some of their statements and their comments, they have suggested that they're willing to continue, particularly disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz, and that complicates the ability to bring the conflict to a close even if the United States declares a ceasefire. The second option is that he can try to escalate. The president can. He can try to say, look, I want to go for a clear-cut victory here. I'm going to escalate in the hope that this will cause the regime to either collapse or capitulate. And I don't think either of those possibilities are particularly likely.
Then what is most likely in terms of the path forward? Just thinking through when you were working with the Obama administration not too long ago, how would you be addressing the current standstill?
Well, I think the two situations are very different. At that time, President Obama has set a very clear objective that he made clear to all of us on the national security team and also to our allies and partners, and that was that we were going to focus on Iran's nuclear program. He identified that as the highest priority by far to American national security, and we built a multidimensional strategy around that, which included sanctions, it included military pressure, it included other elements, and ultimately that was all in the service of diplomacy at the end of the day, which helped us to get that deal, which put the Iranian program in a box. I think today what I see is basically the best option or the wisest course of the two remaining options would be for the president to listen to those advisors who are counseling him not to go for an open-ended option here, to try to bring the conflict to a close. Again, it's not going to be easy because of the we don't control everything here. The Iranians and the Israelis may continue to go at it. The Iranians in particular are trying to undercut the narrative of a military defeat, even though they are losing significant military capacity, and operationally the military campaign is going well in terms of diminishing their capabilities. That said, they're undercutting that narrative by the closure of the Strait of Hormuz and the attacks on a lot of our Gulf partners. And so, even though the president can stop the strikes, that doesn't mean that Iran will agree. And even if it does agree to a ceasefire, we have to watch for continued risk of attacks against American interests, possibly going for a nuclear weapon, other things that could restart the campaign at any time.